All right, this is another part to what I was just doing about strike, and this is pertinent information. If you dig hard enough, you need to do some digging about Brazil. Okay, Brazil got a loan from IMF to build their show city of Brasilia, and just like here in America, they print them up enough money for the loan, but they don't print up enough money to pay the interest. So Brazil ended up getting entangled into their debt. The IMF came to them. They didn't go to the IMF. The IMF came to Brazil. You're having difficulty making your payments. Okay, we can make you another loan, but there's a provision to that loan. Whereas if you default on this loan as well as the other, you need to sign over all ownership of the Amazon River Basin to us, the IMF. Well, guess what? Same situation occurred because there was no interest money to pay off the principal. Brazil no longer owns the Amazon River Basin. Number two, the fall of the Soviet Republic. Now, I admire that country pre-communism days because communism was thought up by people who were outside of Russia. They had nothing to do with Russia. These people wanted to go after Russia because of how much gold the Tsar had, and also the fact that Nicholas, during our difficulties, placed his fleets in the port of San Francisco and New York to keep anybody from interfering, and ergo making money off of waging war against us. He was a strong ally to us. All right. Then this certain Mongoloid race, who is not pure in any stretch of the imagination. I can't use the brand name I want to. Let's say Dalmatian 1001 genetic. All right. See, because we're not allowed to say these names and everything else without us getting rabid fanatics on us. And I feel the message is more important than outright saying these names because everybody that has any bit of intelligence knows who I'm talking about. They are the ones that funded the Bolshevik Revolution. And because of that, a certain member of Germany, Wilhelm Bismarck. Yeah, Bismarck was a real good leader for Germany. And we were we were like this. Germany and America, just like that. And I believe our president was Harrison at the time. And I've gone in detail about the railroad tracks. And there's a video on my channel about American history. You don't have to watch the whole thing. Just watch part of the beginning. It gets into the railroad expansion. And because of the railroad expansions and the fact that if we built a railroad from Alaska to the Cape in South America, Russia in turn agreed that it would build a railroad bridge over the Bering Sea. That threatened the dominance of British naval power on the seas. But it isn't Britain government that was a concern with the loss of domination. It was the money changers. And the money changers have been festering wars and mayhem and hell on earth for years. They're the ones in 1933 before World War II even happened, after they had funded the Bolsheviks and had the revolution. And guess who all the leaders were? They changed their last names. They were not from Russia. They belonged to this Mongoloid race I speak of. All those leaders. And probably most of them even to this day. I don't know. I haven't bothered to research. But that's not what I'm making this video about. The topic is after the fall of USSR. The company too was in debt to a central bank. But because of all of their natural resources, they were able to get out from underneath that debt. They were free and clear of the international money whores. Are they still that way? I don't know. I haven't checked lately. That's a shame on me. But that's a fact. Russia got out from underneath the central bankers by flat paying them off. Do we have the resources to do that here in this country? I don't know. But I will say this, and I've said it before. And when I said it before is when I had the SQL injection hack that took up all of my hard drive. I had no free space. In a matter of minutes, they filled 188 gigabytes of hard drive with trash that I had no permissions to enter, so I had to do multiple low-level formats just to get rid of their crap and sanitize the hard drive. Then I received those death threats on my cell phone in my calendar for appointments. Go out to woods to die. That video is on here also. I have software from my cell phone company provider that allows me to interact and update my software. I no longer have the service, but I have kept the phone. That information is still on there. My SIMS card is still good. So I am going to once again address in the same manner that brought all of that upon me one more time. If you want to go with this bullshit commerce law instead of common law, because a ship berths, offloads, it has a manifest birth certificate of what's coming out, all right? Commerce law. This is really a deep subject, people. And I've been spending years digging into this, and I can't just explain it all in a few videos. We have the opportunity to get out from underneath our national debt. And now I'm going to go to commerce law like I originally said. In commerce law, a contract is not legally binding unless there is a total meeting of the minds. Both sides have to agree to everything. There cannot be any hidden clauses. This damn national debt was fostered upon us at gunpoint. We were lied, manipulated, and bullshitted the whole way from 1812 on. World War I, it wasn't Britain that wanted to declare war. It was the people, the money lenders, who wanted the war. That's it. Flat, plain out, simple. Same with, and out of that they got the Balfour Agreement. But they didn't get the land because the Turkish Ottoman Empire still stood. So we had World War II. And how did they get us into World War I? They sunk the Lithuania. And the Lithuania was known for carrying munitions and bombs to Great Britain. The German embassy, because they were our strong ally, went all the way up and down the East Coast and posted notices for nobody to get on that damn ship. People blew them off, or people were not told about it, so they'd have justification of being able to cry, oh, Americans, 200-something Americans have died. We've got to go to war. And how many men died compared to the 200-some-odd souls that were on the Lithuania? And it was known